10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello, my friends in Monsterland. And once again, we're back on my channel, Real American Monsters. It's been a bit since we've been on here, and I'm sure that a lot of people haven't been notified about tonight yet. That's why I'm here. I'm here to tell everybody what the future is for the channel, what our future is for Real American Monsters. And so for the people that are here, good evening. Good evening, Wendell. Good evening, Hillary. Good evening, Alfred, the Squatch Father himself, Santa Riga is here with us tonight also. Hope a few more people chime in. But for now, we're here, and I'm here to talk about what's coming up. So, as you all know, I switched over to Untold to do my podcast, and that's been going pretty well over there. And I haven't been doing anything on this end of the stick. And the most of the reasons why I haven't been doing anything on this end is because I lost Larry's. Larry's was my habituation area, and we were there for a long time. And after I lost that property, it was kind of like I don't know, kind of like a big letdown after 6 years of being there, and the stuff that was going on was pretty incredible. And I kind of lost the drive for around the area here, and really I didn't really have anywhere to go except for the other areas that we had visited prior. And to tell you the truth, we went there all this year early, and we had no luck at Rock Throw Alley. Really, there was nothing that went on, and in the years past there was always something going on there. But I am here to talk about the HZ. Now, the HZ is the title of the reason why we're here, and the HZ is a new private property that I have been granted access to, full access of hundreds of acres of property, camp area, anything I want to do, I have access to do it there. That's why I'm here. I'm going to tell folks that we are going to start kicking things back up into full drive again here at Real American Monsters. Now it was Discover Sasquatch. We are going to try to bring them in the way that we have learned in the last couple of years that works, and that's it. That we're going to be using frequencies, and we are going to be using things like that, and running experiments. And I've made some new investments. We're going to be using a lot of equipment that they use in ghost investigations. I'm looking forward to that. I've invested in some of that. We have invested also in Starlink. We will be doing live broadcasts from the HZ. This area I have known nothing about it. I have never been there before. We are going to start scouting it after the holidays. And we're going to hopefully be able to show everybody and what we're capable of, how, if we can find them, and what kind of evidence we can build up over the years. Larry's started also very, very quiet, but over the years we gained a lot of ground there, and we lost it at the end when it was sold, but there's nothing we can do about that. Maybe some of you don't know, and maybe some of you do know. Hello, Sharon. Good evening. That we captured unreal vocals at Larry's this year, not in the property, on the border. Um, we're going to be releasing that in a documentary called The Winston Wild Man. We got a little hiccup going on with that right now, but it is still under still being edited. It'll still be put out. I'm hoping to have it out by February or March, and that's a reasonable time frame. I'll be doing it by myself. So hopefully I can get it out there. I'm going to start using this channel a lot more. So you guys are going to want to tune in here. I'm going to open up memberships here. I'm going to start private. If you're a member, you're going to be able to see things that are going on behind the scenes. We are going to start building parabolic dishes that we're going to hang in the trees and leave at the property and record why we're not there. I mean, this is just some of the stuff. I'm not going to tell everything that we're going to try, but that's just some of the things that we are going to build and leave at this area. We are going to record the parabolics at night. We'll be able to camp there. You guys will be able to watch us on Starlink, and that'll be another member bonus thing. You'll be able to tune in to Starlink and watch our campouts and see if we get any interactions or any of that type of stuff going on. Again, I'm only on here briefly tonight. I'll take any of your questions. If you guys got any questions, I will answer them. I'm just on here to tell you that we're going to start kicking things off here again, and we're going to start putting out videos and the whole 10 yards. So we're going to be busy. We've invested a lot of good equipment. We're thinking about doing a Kickstarter at the beginning of the year to get a couple more things that we were looking to get. But again, that's just we're not asking. We're just going to put it out there. I don't know how we're going to do it yet or why go about it, but again, that's just we're not asking for it. That's just if people want to help out. But once you hear these vocals that we capture, you might think twice about helping out here and knowing what we are capable of catching and knowing the areas that we know how to find. And again, that's just it was the luck of the straw. We got really. I wish I could play those vocals for you guys tonight, but you're going to have to wait a little bit for them. We're still reviewing it. We found more recordings of the group. We have recorded 3 individuals, and there's more recordings of the group within the recording that we have. So we are actually dicing those up, and we're going to be putting those out. They're pretty good. Mr. David Ellis from the Olympic Project has reviewed these recordings, and he's going to put a stamp on it. So he's going to come on and he's going to tell folks, what he believes that we have captured, and it's pretty exciting. So that's what's going on with me. We've had some crazy stuff go on this year. It's been about 3 years since we've done our own thing, and I visited a lot of areas. I've had a lot of great stuff. I've met a lot of great people. This year I was out in Alabama, met a lot of good folks there, people that I've known for years, never got to talk to, like Wendell, who's in the chat. I got to meet Wendell this year, and a lot of good folks, and we had a great time down in Alabama, and hopefully we'll get back there soon. Mr. Patrick Nobel, there's another man that we met in Alabama, great guy. So yeah, so that's our plan. We're going to go full out. We're going to go back into the field, which I haven't been up here in a long time. But we're going to go after it all. We are going to go after the paranormal side. We are going to go after the flesh and blood side. We are going to try everything that we have learned over the last 10 years, and we are going to throw the kitchen sink at it. This area that we're going to has 0 Sasquatch activity. There's nothing that has been reported there. The homeowner has never had anything to do. So if we can go there and we can do our due diligence and we can bring in activity, then that'll be a good thing. And we have some ideas. We're going to be deploying Mr. Adam Colt's ambush traps, the IR lamp traps in the trees, and power banks, and we've invested in power supplies and solar power and security cameras, and there's a bunch of stuff that we are going to be trying there. So Hillary, the state the HC is on the border of Connecticut and Massachusetts, right on the border of Connecticut. So it is I'm about 20 minutes away from the HC area. The HC area has a pond on it. It has a creek that runs through it. There is a limestone quarry probably about a half hour away from it. There's quartz in the fields there. It's going to be it's going to be an exciting area, and to have full access and be able to go there at night, that is huge. Where at Larry's we didn't have night access. We could only do it during the day. And at night these guys like to come out a little bit more than the day. But we had a lot of good luck at Larry's, not to knock Larry's. So obviously in August we had some really extreme luck. I mean, we've never caught anything like that in 11 years. So Mr. Patrick Nobel has heard the recordings from here in August. Al Santoriga heard them, so they're well aware of what we caught, and we're hopefully that we'll be able to continue that at the HZ. Now, I call it the HZ because it's hertz levels. We are going to be frequency. That's what we are going to use. We are not going to veer from it. We are going to keep on doing what we have done. We have learned that there's a 40 hertz frequency that these guys are possibly using. Doug Hychek is part of that. David Ellis is part of that. There's a man named Tristan Yolton out in Washington State who was part of that. And there's others around America that have captured this 40 hertz in Sasquatch habituation areas. So we are not going to veer from that. We are going to stick to our guns, and that's what we're going to use. We believe it works. It has worked. We have used it. Last time we used it up at Snellgrove Lake. We call blasted 40 hertz frequency up at Snellgrove Lake, and we had an orb show that night that was unreal. Red orbs, white orbs, huge white orbs. We've seen them all around the cabin. There was multiple witnesses to this, and that was the only day that happened, and that was the only day that we call blasted that 40 hertz. Did you see the pictures of the campsite Friday after you were there? What are you talking about, Wendell? Which campsite? So yeah, that's our plan. I'm just here I'm not here to talk for hours. I just wanted to, Hollins, I didn't stay there. We were only there for about an hour. Mark brought us over there just to check it out. But I did bring back a whole big bag of quartz, and that will be used at another experiment that we're going to try up at the HZ. So we have open range up there, and we are going to use crystals and vibrations and all that stuff. Chris is a researcher in Texas that has recorded a very strange noise at night, similar to Tristan's. Yes, Hillary, that'd be great. Send it to me, and I will send it right to David Ellis, because David is keeping track of all these ones. We have some from North Carolina. We have some from the Sierra Mountains. We have some from Texas also. So this 40 hertz thing is definitely a thing. So if you send me that, I'll send it off to David, and then we'll get the hertz levels, and it's pretty exciting. We're not saying, again, this is just my opinion. This is just what we're trying to go through and trying to use, and that was there. It was destroyed by. Yeah, no, I don't know anything about Hollins. I wasn't there, so I couldn't tell you what happened before that or anything like that, Wendell. Sorry. But yeah, Hillary is very, very cool, and we're very excited to be able to use it. We are going to bounce that off. We're going to have. I am a superintendent at a building complex, and we had all these old radio antennas that they used back in the 60s and 70s for their TV sets, and that's how old I am. And we are going to mount them up in the trees, and we are going to try bouncing these frequencies off through the trees, through the hundreds of acres, and trying to get them to bounce back. I mean, it's going to be very, very cool, the stuff we're going to be trying. It's never been tried before, and we're gonna use it. And I have a lot of good friends, and I have a lot of good folks that can show us show us how to do it and where to go with it. So if you guys have any ideas, I am open to try anything. You guys can all Real American Monsters at gmail.com. You can always get a hold of me. I'm sorry to all the folks that I've been so busy here at the house with, with the podcast and remodeling. I'm remodeling our whole place. We're getting new flooring and all this stuff. So I've been like lackadaisical on returning people's calls and scheduling people. And I'd like to, if anybody's on here, I apologize for that. But this time of year is very, 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 very busy. Christmas and all that, and the kids, and but after the first of the year, it's going full steam. So keep track, and we're gonna get it going again. And it's right up the road, and it's only I can visit it daily if I need to, if I wanted to, and so that's what the EHZ is. It's a very wooded area. It's surrounded. Now, my friend has hundreds of acres. The guy that owns the property around him owns thousands of acres. It's all private property. There is nothing out there but private land. So that's very exciting. And to have the access on it is very, very exciting. We'll be able to bring people in now. I've never been having an area where I can't, like, I've always going to visit people. I'll be able to invite Patrick Nobel up, invite my friends up, and camp out for a week and see what goes on and all that stuff. So, got I got RAM pods now, and we got these new lighted strips that keep up vibration. So if you're sitting at the campsite, we're going to hide these strips in the ground where if something walks up on us, these strips will light up their vibration. They use them in ghost hunting, and I believe that we'll be able to use it for the Sasquatch. Full spectrum cameras. We have invested in lenses for the GoPros, and that we'll be able to use those in full spectrum. And we're actually going to send away Nikon P900 and have that made into a full spectrum camera. So we'll have a super zoom camera that will be full spectrum. So we'll be able to zoom in on something that is 300 yards away with a full spectrum camera and be able to check out and see what we see. We all know that these things have been caught, like our friend, I'm talking in a million, Barbara Shoop, sorry. She has caught that, the glimmer, the shimmer, or whatever you guys want to call it. She's caught that on camera. I believe that the full spectrum cameras are going to be a great tool for us. I'm also be using another camera that they use in ghost hunting. It shows stick figures. You make it out of an old Xbox controller, and I believe that's going to be a useful tool. And I'm gonna be doing DIY videos showing you guys how to build these yourselves if you're interested in building them and using them in the field. So again, I think after we release the vocals and people hear what we really are capable of capturing and what areas that we're in, and how we go about doing things, I think that we're going to progress faster, and we'll get right back where we were at the end of Larry's, where they were following us and knocking on trees, 10 feet in back of us. So that's our plan. I'm not going to stick on here forever. I'm very appreciative of you guys coming on and being curious what the EHC is. I will be coming back here. I might even make a little small video and give you a little piece of some of the vocals that we captured, just to keep this channel and get this channel rolling again. I'm going to do mini decks on here. I have an idea of where I'm going to get an SLS. Yeah, you're right. I didn't want to give it away right away, Al, but yeah, it's SLS. I bought all the parts for that. I'm ready to build it. We're using high percussion microphones for our parabolic dishes that they use on drum sets. We are actually investing $600 in the $600 unit to put out there. I don't want to get into that right now, but we're going to show you how to build one for $20, $30, or all the way up to the big money. So parabolics, I believe that it's a great tool. Our friend Flat Rock down in Alabama, he's the one I got the idea from. He has one mounted to his house, and he catches some cool recordings. So why not put them up in the trees at this area? So we're going to put them up in the trees. So that's another thing we're going to do. We're going to do DIY videos, do it yourself, build yourself. I'm also going to get into rodent coils and building copper coils and showing you guys how to put them around your trail cameras, and that'll keep down the radio frequency and the IR frequencies, and hopefully that deters the stuff enough to where they're not seeing, which we believe they're seeing, the IR lights, because these rodent coils and the copper coils and the crystals and all that, we are going to show you guys how to make those also. And they're good to have around your computers and stuff, just for radio frequency, because you know how dangerous the radio frequency is. The radiation levels are bad, and over the years, and right before we stopped up at Rock Throw Alley, we were getting radio frequency waves. The satellite communication guy told us that if we were in a Faraday box, we would be cooked. We would have been cooked. So to wear these little deterrents around you while you're out in the field, and meters to bring out in the field with you, and how to be, super safe, and no attachments home with you. This is just stuff that we're gonna stress, and we're gonna show you guys all how we're doing it. And that's how we're gonna do things coming up. I got a couple other guys up here in Connecticut that are gonna come out with us on often. So we'll have more than one, and we're gonna build a central spot inside this area, and call the HC, and that's the plans. So again, I didn't advertise this video. I just put it on my channel and the Woodwalkers channel. Wonder if temperature change affects IR, meaning you can see it with the thermal. Yeah, you're right, Patrick. Who knows? I have a RAM pod that measures temperature changes, and it goes off. They use it for ghost hunting, and it'll go off when there's a temperature change in the area that something walks by it. So that's another thing we're going to use. Like Pat, you have one of the ambushes. We're going to be using that, but we're building a frequency switch for it. It's going to turn on if they hear that hum. That's never been done before. Nobody has ever done that before, and we are almost there on it. So that's going to be a first of its kind. It's going to be an IR trap that trips on frequency. It's not a trap, it's a light. It turned on IR light. It's going to flick on when it hears that hum, and then it'll be too late because everything's dark when it's sitting there. There's no IR light. The cameras we're going to use have no IR. And once that thing lights up, and then the cameras will catch whatever's underneath it. Right now, they're tripping on heat. Has to be the size of a moose for these IR lights to. I think it's a great idea. Adam Colt was the man who came up with this, and I think it's a great to have. So again, I will take suggestions from anybody. Again, email me and tell me things that you wanted to see try. We'll try anything. I can't give away everything we're going to do right now, and we've got some really cool stuff that we're going to do around our base camp. I can't give that away yet, but I look forward to doing getting back in the field here in Connecticut. It's been a long time, and it's going to happen. So really, that's about all I got. I just wanted to tell everybody how excited we are about getting the new property, and just you guys got the early know-how that we're going to be on this channel more often, and we're going to post stuff. I'm going to post some old stuff because been going through a lot of old things that when I first started, I didn't know had anything to do with Sasquatch. Like, I didn't know that Sasquatch moved sticks in front of game cameras to trip them. I've heard that before. I have game camera of game camera footage of in the middle of the night of a stick that wasn't there before the pictures before, then all of a sudden there's a stick in front of the game camera. I'm gonna be releasing that stuff. You go back through all your old stuff and the stuff you've learned over the years, and you can show more and more. So that'll be pretty cool. And like I said, the mini doc, I'm going to have a mini doc series. It's going to be a more like I would say, all right. So I'll just use Al for an example. So Al has a interaction in New York, and he's going to come on, and he's going to tell who he is, what he's done, how all his story. Going to tell his story, and then that's it. It's going to be like a little mini tell your story documentary. You're going to get to know the person who's telling the story. You're going to hear about the story and what came of it, and that's going to be it. It's like a little 10-minute documentary. I'm going to call them mini docs. That's another. I hope nobody's on here taking my ideas, but that's another thing we're going to do. So yeah. If you guys got any questions, I'm probably not going to hang on here much longer because I don't have much to tell you. I've been having a lot of paranormal stuff happen around my house of late. We have a trickster, I believe, that's living in around us right now, and taking things and hiding things and bringing things back. It's pretty unusual. I don't know how to explain it, and I can't say 100% that's what's going on. Yeah, that's another thing. The draining of the batteries. Yeah, just have to just have to keep on just have to keep on going with it, and try and figure different things out with the batteries and bigger power supplies. And I went out and bought a 1,000-watt battery supply, and so we're going to use that in the field too. So that's going to be able to drain batteries. You thinking a pump would be useful in the field? An EM pump. You never know. You could try it. I know the spirits can drain it too. I believe that that's all one and the same. Again, that's just my opinion. I think that they're coming. Do you think the copper coils will stop the battery drain? I believe that the copper coils could stop the battery drain, Wendell. Yes, you put them around your objects. They're called orgone generators. You can build them yourself. I'm going to teach you guys all how to do it, and you get your own copper wire, and I'll show you how to do it, and you'll be able to use them yourself. I'm not going to keep everything hidden. I'm going to get what we're using out there, especially if it works, and you guys can adapt it to what you're in doing it. And protection is huge, and I'm going to teach you guys how to smudging techniques and all that, because you don't want to bring anything home with you. I have had my house blessed now 3 times. I have brought things home with me, so it's not a pleasurable experience. And so I'm going to teach you all how to prepare for that too, because that's real. It's all real. Everything that I've experienced is real, and I just want to share what I've learned, and I like to keep on learning. So yeah, so if you guys got anything else got any more questions or anything, and I've already been babbling for a half hour, just like again, this is just like a little hello, and we're coming back on this channel and to get things rolling again. What you guys would like, to see more of on the channel too? What kind of programming you'd like to see? I think we have. I think the DIY will be great. I think those mini docs will be great. I might even bring in a guest or two on a podcast on here again. But I'll be still doing my podcast on Untold Radio also, and that's on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. They put equipment in a Faraday cage to try structure safeguard battery life. Yep. That's one of the things I've done that before, Hillary. I had a special Faraday cloth, and I used to wrap my camera in it, and I would put it in a metal box, and the deer would never even be able to sense that it was in there. They would just walk right by it. They wouldn't even know it was in that box, which is pretty cool. So a Faraday cloth is a good way to wrap your stuff in it. But lead also works too. Lead is a good a blocker for that too. So if you got, some lead and you built a box out of lead and put your cameras inside of that also, that's another great tool to have. So I'm just reading the comments, everybody. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I got. Unless you guys got any more questions, I just wanted to pop on here real quick and recording audio for. Yeah, I could do 101 videos on recorders, everything, anything that you want to see. Good show. Lots of questions still need answers. Yeah, well, hopefully we get some answers, Judy. Uh, again, I'm not saying that we're the end all for anything. It's just we're just gonna put what we've learned to the test this year. And hey, Jeff. Yeah. So yeah, we could do tutorial videos, Chris. I'll send. Yeah, be sure to send it, and I'll get that right out to Dave, and then I'll let you know as soon as I know what the hertz levels are. Um, Adam Colt's working on our recordings that we got in August right now too. We've found like 8 more recordings of the clan, the 3 of them that are, vocalizing. So I'm looking forward to hearing those brought up. So that's about all I got, everybody. I don't know much more to fill you in on anything yet. And once the first of the year hits, we'll be doing more and more on here. Um, they might. Oh, I did want to tell you, I am shutting my website down. The old website will be done and over with, probably at the end of the month, I believe. But we're going to be building another one. I'll let you know when that one's up and running. And we're going to be taking more and more reports of the frequency stuff on that. There's going to be a spot where you'll be able to um, like Hillary has. She has the person. They'll be able to come on the website and fill it in, put the recording in, and then we'll be able to get it to the proper places and see what it brings. So that 40 hertz is been proven in more than one area. Um, it's the baseline frequency of a hummingbird wing. So I'm sure you guys have heard that hummingbird, like when it's like near your ear, just that. That's what it sounds like. So if you guys got any recordings of the hummingbird wing like that in your areas, please send it on over and I can get it to the right people. Yeah, Judy, we've used the 40 hertz at Snell Grove. I've used it here in Connecticut, and we actually used it down in Florida, and we've had great responses with it. Here up in Connecticut, we had three of something throwing stones at us after we call blasted it, and then we had an EVP of them of saying they're here after I said they're here. It's pretty cool. Whatever it was said, repeated what I said. It's a great recording. I'll be releasing those out too, and periodically in new videos. Yeah, Judy, we're all onto that. I learned me and MK came up with that on our, by ourselves. We didn't know anybody else was into the 40 hertz. And then once I got involved with Doug and David and all them, I told them my story and they're like, "Oh my God, you gotta know, do you know who Tristan is?" And I'm like, Nope. This is, I don't know a lot of folks, and he introduced me to Tristan and told me the story. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. That's 40 hertz the same way, same thing. So, yeah. So I'm looking that Red Dirt Cryptid. You know that show, Red Dirt Cryptid. He has a recording 40 hertz of them. So, yeah, the hertz stuff will give you a headache, that's for sure. But if it works, and we can learn a little bit more about them, and if it brings them in, I talked to Kumbo about it also, and Kumbo thinks it's the little ones. He thinks it's the call the little ones make because they can't do infrasound yet. So he thinks that's why the big ones come in such a frantic because they hear that 40 hertz and they think it's a juvenile, a little one that's calling out to them. And that's why they get so upset when they get there and there's no little one there when they get there. And they threw stones at us here. So, yeah, you never know. Probably is, Al. Yes, red dirt cryptid. Yeah, Judy. Yeah, Al, it could very well be. I'll send it away and we'll check it out. Yeah, I'm excited about the frequency thing. I think that's the key. I think that's going to be the key to turn the ignition. I believe that these things are flesh and blood. I know they come, they hunt, they eat, they sleep here, they do all that here, but there's something else going on. Can't put my finger on it yet, but we're gonna try this year. We're gonna try and put that finger on it. We're gonna introduce it to all the ghost. I mean, there's folks that have used the ghost stuff over all the years. Al used it, Santa Riga's, Alfred's used it, and over all the years. And it's not new to a lot of people, but it's new to a bunch of people. So, um, yeah, and I think the Starlink is a great tool. We'll be able to go live from the HZ. Right in the middle of the HZ, we'll be able to go live, and you'll be able to see what's going on, especially if stuff's going on. And I think that'll be that's a great tool also. We had signal at Snellgrove when we went up there this past year, this last time. And Grove is in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing out there. Nothing. So, all right, I'm going on 45 minutes here, guys. You got any more questions? And I got Doug's show goes on at 8, and I don't want to go into his show. It's not like that I have like 400 people in here. But anyways, I appreciate everybody that's here. I'm not saying it like that. I just don't want to go over into his time. So, yep, and that's it. So the HZ is the new. We have, I think it's 265 acres of private property, surrounded by, I can't remember it total, like 3,200 acres of private property. We're hoping to get. We're hoping to get. Yep, Brian is a great guy for sure. Yeah, he's almost into the telephone window. He's very close. You'll be able to go right to his satellite, right to your telephone, which is very cool also. So that's it. Yeah, 3,200 acres, 30, I don't know the exact totals, but there's a lot of property up there and it's untouched and it's not being logged and only a little piece of it's being hunted in the fall. So we just can't go to that area during the fall. But I've found here when hunting season opens, it's just everything shuts down anyways for until it's over. And then basically after Thanksgiving up here, it's all done, said and done. Um, but it's exciting. We're going to start, like I said, we're going to start scouting it in January. Get in there without the leaves on the trees, so we'll be able to, see things better and set up a camp and start getting ready for it. So, again, exciting stuff. Documentaries are still coming. I am still working with MK and Carl Supp and two of the original investigators from the Cells property in Texas, Sandy. I was talking to Sandy right before she passed away last year. Very nice lady. We have some stuff that nobody's ever seen before or heard. It's all been vetted. Even Doug himself says that there's no way that they can fake the films. They were filming in mirrors. We have juveniles climbing in trees and making noises like monkeys and shaking. I mean, we have great footage that is coming. Vocals that are coming, and I have two of the original investigators that stayed there, and now they're telling their story 30 years later. They're actually going to be my New Year's show. So look out for that on the Untold Radio Network. That's going to be Buddy and Ken. These are their first names, and they'll be coming on to tell you all the experiences or what they experienced at the Cells place. So looking forward to that. That's going to be a good one. That's really a good one. And we have so much footage, and Carl Supp, he has all the castings. He got them from Sandy, all but a few of them, which Sandy's daughter still has. It's an incredible story. I believe, in my opinion, that there was a feral human that was living with the Sasquatch clan down there. That's what I think was going on down there. She even talked about her grandmother, who's the one that started it. She was a feral human living with the Sasquatch clan down there. They all have names and stories, and Sandy kept a notebook. She has pages and pages and pages of a notebook that I got to read through, and it's just incredible. Incredible stuff. So that's coming. And then I'm doing a documentary on Alabama. We had some crazy stuff go down in Alabama. We had this tree pushed over, which was pretty incredible, with two big footprints at the base of the tree, or a footfall. You could see them on my camera perfect. That was pretty incredible. Had some good time up at Mark's place on Creepy Mountain. We had some good crazy stuff. I was grunted at up there, and that was pretty crazy. So yeah, we got stuff coming. We got documentaries coming. We got a whole bunch of stuff. We're going full steam this year, and that's the plans. I know I'm just babbling now, but that's all I got. That's all I got. So, you guys, last questions before we go? If not, I'm gonna let you guys all go on Sunday night. I hope you guys have a great week at work this week. I'm not looking forward to work, but hope your week goes well. Jeff's got to get up about 3 o'clock in the morning, take care of the cattle and cows in the morning. So God bless him. I don't think I could do that. Kumbo give you a booger rock? No, Kumbo didn't give me a booger rock, but I have my own booger rocks. We traded with Sasquatch for 6 years up here, and I have a whole Dreamweaver full of feathers that they left for us, and I have a crystal stone that I have that they've left for us. I've actually broken off pieces and gave to people. I actually gave one to Snow White Bigfoot, and she put it out, and they actually took it and brought it back. Took it for a couple of days, and then it came back, and it moved around, and I don't know what happened to it. I'm gonna have to ask her what happened to that stone, but yeah, I have my own collection of stuff like that. We had a pretty crazy situation at Larry's for a long time. But I got to go to Kumbo's house. I got to see all his area. He showed us a bunch of recordings in his home, and yeah, I did the whole Alabama tour in 6 days. It was tiring, but I did it. So yeah, got to go to Mr. House's and Kumbo's and Greg's and Flat Rocks, and we're all over the place. So it was a good time. Good time. Yeah, Kumbo's a good guy. Went out to dinner with him. All that. It was a good time. So, all right, I'm gonna let you go. So keep your eyes and ears open for the HZ stuff. It's coming, and we're going full steam at it, and we're going to give it everything that we've learned at it. Yeah, Jeff, you'll have a good time. It's tiring though to try and fit it all in. Next time I go back, I'm just gonna go in pieces. I'm going to do a week at one place and then go back the next year for a week in another place, or 5 days or something like that. It was just too much. But I got to have catfish gumbo at this restaurant that was like, oh my God, it was the best meal I've ever had in my life. It was so good. It was so good. So good. But all right, everybody. That's all I got. That is all I got. All right, well, I will leave you with this. Just because you don't see it doesn't mean it ain't watching you.